We here in Utah certainly haven't escaped the flu bug this season. Hundreds of people, children and adults, have been hospitalized this season, and the flu bug is still making the rounds.
New at 6, Keith McCord joins us from Primary Children's Hospital. And Keith, I'm guessing a busy place this season.
Very much so, Mike. You know, every year Primary sees a spike in the number of flu cases, and the under 5 age group has gotten hit pretty hard this year, and not just here, but nationwide.
Last October, when the flu season was just beginning, we asked Dr. Andrew Pavia at Primary Children's Hospital for a prediction.
We're actually gearing up for a bad year.
He was correct, of course. We checked back with him today, and he says the hospital has been swamped.
It's been a very bad year. The early part of January, we were running over capacity. We had to create extra beds for our intensive care unit.
Utah's flu cases this season have spiked right along with the national figures. Pavia says this is one of the worst flu seasons in about 13 years. Not quite as bad as 2014, but close. The good news is we may have peaked. This chart from the Utah Department of Health shows the weekly stats for the season so far. One disturbing stat from the CDC today is that 37 children across the nation have died, 7 in the past week. Doctors like Pavia are concerned that number will go much higher.
There's a long lag before we get reporting on all the pediatric deaths. But if you compare the number of deaths that we have kind of right at the peak of the reported cases to where we are in a typical year, it predicts bad news.
No children are reported to have died from the flu in Utah this season, although several adults have died from the virus. Dr. Pavia says the current flu strain, known as H3N2, can be very dangerous for children, under age 5 in particular. He says the telltale signs of flu is high fever, cough, and sore throat, and it comes on fast. And he advised parents to also pay attention to these signs.
Is the child breathing rapidly or having difficulty breathing? Are they not responding well? Are they not able to stand up? Are they blue around the lips?
And that's when you immediately go to the ER if you see those kinds of conditions. By the way, Dr. Pavia says even though the current strain of flu, the H3N2, will begin to taper off in the next couple of weeks, guess what, guys? There's another strain out there, influenza B, and that's starting to raise its ugly head right now. So we're having 2 flu peaks this season. B isn't going to be quite so bad because the vaccine seems to be working for that one. But what a year. How about that?
Yeah, well, let's hope that's the case with that other strain. Keith, thank you. Deanie?
All right, so now